So step 4 is going to be attaching the wheel to the frame. Now this is a crucial step because you need to put the wheel in the proper position so the bike will fit inside the box. Now as you can see, I've reinforced the frame in the areas that the wheel is going to contact the frame. If you have any exposed frame and the wheel has moved during shipping, you're going to wear holes in the frame or scratch the frame severely. This is also where you're going to put your wheel plugs into the hub. So insert those in there. If it's a disc hub, you may be able to get one of these. This is a larger wheel plug to cover the rotor. I'll fix that. Okay, so now what you want to do is with the rotor side out, you're going to try and feed the non-drive side crank arm. You can see I have the bike in backwards now on the stand, so the drive side is to the back. The wheel's going to go on the non-drive side. So try and fit the crank arm through the spokes without bending the spokes, and then press the wheel against the frame. Now this is a step where you can use zip ties to attach the wheel around the frame tubing, and preferably around where you have the foam padding. Now you may have to put several zip ties together to get all the way around the frame. Attach that there. And it's very important that you secure the wheel very tight to the frame, because you do not want it to move during shipping, because again it will rub the frame and damage the paint. So I'll pull that very tight like that. Okay? So now we'll move on to step 5. Last step of the packing process. And if I could back up real quick, the brake caliper on a mountain bike does need to be wrapped in plastic. You don't want that swinging around, it will bang the fork and scratch up things. So wrap that up good, throw a zip tie around the bag, or some tape if it doesn't come off. Like that. And then that can actually just kind of dangle in the box. You're also going to attach the handlebar to the opposite side of the frame, that the wheel is attached to. This creates a little bit more room inside the box. And the way you can do this is, again, with zip ties or tape. And what I usually do is I run the zip ties through the handlebar and then around the down tube of the bike. And again, pull that tight. And make sure any contact points with the handlebar or anything, the shifters, etc., that hit the frame, make sure that you use some bubble wrap or something in between there. You can always stuff things in between there, like that, and then pull the zip tie tighter. Alright? Then the next thing we're going to do is actually remove the seat post from the frame. The seat does not need to come off, that can stay attached to the post. Alright. You don't want to lose the seat collar, so you want to tighten that down a little bit. Not too tight or you could crack the frame. Alright. And then the last step is in putting the entire bike into the box. So just want to go over a few things. Make sure your wheel plugs are on. Make sure your wheel is very snug. I need to make that wheel snugger. The fork is turned around backwards so you have extra room in the box. And make sure your handlebars are attached. Alright, so you want to go ahead and evenly put the frame down inside of the box. As long as you have the right size box, it should drop right in. Sometimes you may need to let some of the air out of the rear tire. This will help the bike fit in nicely. Sometimes you have to manipulate the box just a little bit. There you go. So if you want to take a look inside there, once you have the bicycle and frame securely in the box, do not forget to put the seat and seat post in the box. Make sure it's wrapped securely so the seat post doesn't scratch into the frame. I typically put it into the back near the rear end of the bike. Kind of slide it in between the rear tire, and it'll sit securely down in there like that. Then, again, you don't want to forget any extras that are going to go along with the bike, such as pedals and skewers, paperwork. Usually what I do with that is I put it in a small box like this and tape that up. If you end up using a bag for that stuff, make sure the bag is padded well, so again it doesn't bounce around in shipping and scratch up the frame. And you just want to slide that box down alongside the frame somewhere there. And then the last step is simply just close up the box. Throw some tape on it. Make sure the bottom of the box is secure too. Make sure you don't have holes in the bottom of the box. And if the bottom of the box needs tape, make sure you put it down there as well. I usually also run some tape all the way the length of the box. That way, that keeps the flap shut. And now you have the bicycle professionally packed and secure for shipping.